What is up, Not So Pro Nation? Welcome back. It's another Monday. It's 6 o'clock. We got another podcast. We got football back. Football is back on the weekends. I mean, I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited. We got a special guest with us today. His name is Israel Thodas. So let's welcome Israel, you guys. First time on the show. And no, he is not replacing Vincent. I could say something very mean, but Vincent's taking care of other priorities right now. He's dealing with some schoolwork, and, school comes first. You guys. Everyone has their lives outside of football. It's hard to believe. I know it's hard to believe. But guys, I'm super excited about today's episode, not just because we're talking about one of the players from my team that I love so dearly, but just because it's just so much to talk about. We always, say, hey, it's off season. What are you guys going to talk about? It's tough to keep up. No, it's not. It's so much fun, a lot of drama. If you guys know me, I love the cheese, man. I love the drama. I love hearing all the side work. I'd love to hear different opinions. That's why I'm very excited to have Israel here. He's going to shoot us some questions. We're going to get his opinion on a few teams, few players. He's a big Cowboys fan. Ever since I've known you, you've been a Cowboys fan. Tell us, Israel, how did you become a Cowboys fan?
Since I was young, man, I always loved the way they played. I loved the championships they won. Yes, I wasn't born. I was born in '96. So it was the last time they won. I felt like I jinxed them. But it is what it is, man. I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan, so I died. Yeah. It's probably my fault, man. Who knows?
Yeah, man. What's up, Nestor? Thanks for joining the podcast live. Always appreciate you being here, my man. I was gonna say, man, this last year felt like it was supposed to be scripted. Whether it came to the Niners or Packers or the Cowboys, because hey, the last time the Cowboys and Niners met themselves inside of a playoff bound game, whoever won went off to win the Super Bowl, and also that was 40 years ago from the catch. I'm pretty sure you heard of the catch with the Niners, Cowboys, Dwight Clark, Joe Montana, and then also it was a 40th anniversary of the Super Bowl between the Niners and the Bengals went to the Super Bowl. So I thought it was, it meant to be. Unfortunately, it wasn't. But that's not what we're talking about today, you guys. We're talking about contract holdouts, okay? Not necessarily players holding out, but they're holding teams accountable in order for them to get a new contract, such as Deebo Samuel, Kyler Murray, which we talked about a few episodes ago, AJ Brown, scary Terry McLaurin. The list goes on and on, all thanks to maybe Devontae Adams or people before him, or we don't know. So, guys, for your first initial reaction, how do y'all feel about these contract holdouts?
In my opinion, I mean, I don't completely blame them. They want their money. These are all they're all wide receiver ones on their team. They're incredible athletes. And I mean, I never like it when a player's like, hey, give me my money now. I've always loved a player that's been like, I'll wait for my time. I want to just be a team player, whatever. But I cannot blame them for wanting their money. These guys deserve to be paid as one of the best wide receivers in the league, and right now they're not getting paid like that. Deebo, AJ Brown, and Terry McLaurin are all on their rookie contracts, getting paid way too little. And they're all on their rookie. They're on the last year of their contracts, if I remember right. So they are due to get paid. If their teams who they're currently on do not pay them, they will get paid somewhere else. There is another team that will pay them the money they deserve. So if these teams want to keep them, they gotta pay them.
Wow, someone did their research. I like it, Reed.
I like it.
Israel, how do you feel?
In my opinion, what Reed said, if other teams are willing to pay him what they do deserve, hey man, you got the Jags, you got Detroit. You got teams that literally gave up a lot to get a lot back. So I feel like, just like how with Kyler Murray, Christian Kirk, Christian Kirk went to the Jags. He wanted his money. He got his money. You know what I mean? He was a good asset, but this is not about him. This is about Deebo. This is about age. This is about Brown. This is about Scary Terry. This is about the three best good receivers. And come on, Deebo played back. You can't find a receiver like that. You can't find a receiver like that. And the one that honestly was compared to him was CD. But this is not, like I said, this is not about CD. This is about the three that deserve their money. You know, Scary Terry, he deserves it because he's done a lot for Washington. He's proved a lot. Brown, same thing with the Titans. Come on, you know what I mean? He's done a lot. He's always been open, but if you don't have the quarterback to throw it to him, you know, it's kind of that doesn't work. You know what I mean? But Deebo is the one I've been telling people about even at work because I got some people there that are 49ers fans, man, and I tell them you can't pay a receiver that also plays running back. And that guy deserves a lot of money, man. Like, that guy freaked me out when he played against my team because I thought we're going to stop him. Nope. He kept on running through, making my team look bad. And, you know, that's my opinion.
Nice. And I like what you said there. You can't pay a running back wide receiver money, which is true. You cannot because those running backs, they get hit left and right, and their lifespan in the NFL is not as long as a wide receiver unless you're counting Frank Gore in the best running back of all time. But going back to what you're saying, Reed, about these guys aren't getting paid. They're on their rookie years, and this upcoming Deebo was a second-round draft pick. Okay, so he's going to get $4 million next year. $4 million. I know it's not a lot when it comes to, you know, these NFL players, but you got to remember this is rookie year. That's a lot of money. All I need is one. I could be successful in my whole entire life. This guy's getting 4. Okay, that's 3 more than what I'm asking for. So I don't necessarily agree. Yeah, in the long run, you're going to get paid. And as of last year, Deebo was this and that. And I love Deebo Samuel. For me, I feel like he's the bloodline of the San Francisco 49ers. If we did not have Deebo last year, we did not have a successful season last year. And I will admit to that because then we will have to rely on Jimmy G, George Kittle, Brandon Ayuk. And George Kittle, I mean, he is the heart of that team.
Oh, yeah.
But he can't do it all. You know, he needs some help. And Jimmy G is not an Aaron Rodgers where he could put the team on his back and go to the extent of the playoffs. He cannot do that. He needs help. Where Deebo came in, and he did everything. He did punt return. He did wide receiver, the deep threat and slot threat. And then he did running back to the point where he even threw a touchdown in one game. He did it all. And literally, what he does, he's like a Swiss pocket knife, you know. Let's see. I got Anthony Price. Hey, Anthony, thank you so much for joining the podcast live. Let's put you up right here. 49ers cannot afford it. Ain't Bosa up for a new deal? See, Nick Bosa, this is really interesting. He's coming up to his extension as well. He got drafted the same draft as Deebo, but Nick Bosa got drafted in the first round, very high. He's getting paid $10 million, which is a lot for a rookie. Huge difference. But then again, he went top 3. I believe. I'm sorry.
I think so. Yeah.
Top 3.
Didn't his brother get paid?
His brother got paid, but his brother's been in the league for I don't know how long. And trust me, Anthony, I can't tell of your profile pic. I see maroon and gold. I thought it was red. But you know what? If you're a 49ers fan, check this out. Bosa is getting paid. And to me, he's more of a priority than Deebo is for the Niners. And he's going to get paid next year. Okay, Bosa's not. I don't feel like he's that type of player, but next year is when he's going to get his deal. Deebo is very important, okay, but he has no leverage when it comes to the Niners. And yes, the Niners, they can't afford it. He's a Washington fan. Hey, appreciate you being here, man. Scary Terry, he's up there too. He wants a new contract. We'll get into that a little bit later. But yeah, Deebo, the Niners love Deebo, and the Niners do that for a lot of players that they do love, like George Kittle, Fred Warner. They give in. And they put in the money. And I feel like they're going to do that with Deebo, but he has no leverage right now. Benny, what's up? Thanks for joining the podcast. Appreciate you being here. He says he's a very Lions fan. Hey, man, Lion Pride. Israel knows all about
never dies. Never dies, baby. Never dies.
But actually, the Niners, they can afford it. They move some stuff around. They have the money. Originally, I believe they offered Deebo a $22 million contract. But right now, everyone's been calling me a jerk, including my own family. I'm not going to name who, Dad, but I mean, everyone's been calling me a jerk that I'm saying, hey, we need to let go of Jimmy G. You know, it's not that I don't like Jimmy G. I love Jimmy G. He's great and all, but we're paying him, quarterback one money.
Mm-hmm.
We're paying him 27 mil. Deebo
Mhm.
wants at least 25. So let's do some simple math. If we get rid of Jimmy,
It
and
doesn't add up.
we
It
could
doesn't add up.
we could sign Deebo, but Jimmy G right now is not the problem, but it's a road bump.
It's lingering.
It's lingering. Exactly.
Mhm.
Exactly. It's just there. Okay. So the Niners can do it, but this is how the Niners work. They sign players during training camp. When you look at George Kittle, it was his time to get paid, he got paid in August. Fred Warner, which at the time was considered the top 2 linebackers in the league, he got paid in get away. He got paid in July. Okay. So Deebo is going to get paid in training camp. If he does not, he's going to get traded within the next week, right before the draft. So the time is now. If he doesn't get traded, he's getting paid. And if he doesn't get paid, the Niners not at fault. They have all the leverage in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Players can't hold out anymore. If Deebo holds out in mandatory training camp, he doesn't get paid. And 2, he gets docked paid. If he holds out the whole entire season, that season never happened. It gets extended to the following year, so he will have another rookie year to finish off with the team. And if the Niners really wanted to be a jerk, they'll be like, "All right, we're not going to pay you. You're still going to play for us, and then the following year, we're just going to franchise tag you." So if they really wanted to, they could do that. I'm rambling on.
Yeah,
here.
I agree with you. They do hold a lot of cards, but I don't know. It just I kind of feel like there's just like it's a small chance, but there is a chance that he gets traded.
Oh
Like
yeah.
you said, I mean, me as a Packers fan, I didn't think Devontae was ever going to leave. If Vincent was here, he would say, "I never thought Russell Wilson was going to get traded." We've all been there, man. We've all been there. We were like, "No way, this guy's too important. There's no way we would let him go." And then it happens, and then your heart's broken.
Yeah. Me personally, I think from what AJ said, Bosa, I don't know why you would put them both together. I think Deebo is more important, and I wouldn't see why the 49ers wouldn't chase to sign him now instead of later. Like, the guy wants his money, and he's played the positions to deserve that money. Nick, he's different. Nick Bosa's different. He only plays the end. He doesn't play multiple positions like Deebo does. So you shouldn't compare the two. You know what I mean? Yeah, he's gonna get his. Yeah, so Nick's gonna get his money, but
Oh, yeah.
Deebo needs his money, and he wants to stay with the 49ers. If he gets traded anywhere, I pray it's with Dallas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
we could have that asset. We could have a 3-headed monster in the running backs. And with Zeke, well, Zeke needs to get better. But with Pollard and him, dude, if he goes to Green Bay, you need to be scared, man. Because like I said, he's a good receiver. Rodgers needs that. You know what I mean? So the best bet is the 49ers to do it now. Get it done now. Before he leaves. You know what I mean?
Deebo deserves his money. I agree there. Reed, I disagree with what you said, but let's read Anthony Price's comment first. He says, Deebo going to hold out like Zeke did 4 games. Then he's going to miss Deebo and pay him to get him on the field.
That's
check
true.
this out. Back then when Zeke held out, they didn't have the rules that they have now. Deebo, one, he's not going to get paid. I know Zeke didn't get paid, right? But he's also going to get dock paid. So there's going to take money away from him because now there's a rule, you can't hold out like that anymore. And 2, you guys simply forget he is not a Russell Wilson. He is not a Devontae Adams yet. He can be. This past year showed that he can be. But remember, he's been in the league for 3 years. And all 3 years, he's been injured. This is the healthiest season he has had with the Niners, only missing 1 game. And remember, in the beginning of the season, people thought our wide receiver 1 was Brandon Ayuk because 2 years ago, Ayuk had a phenomenal year with the Niners as Jimmy G as their quarterback. We're entering a new year. Now everyone's saying, oh, Deebo's our wide receiver 1. What happened 2 years ago? What happened 3 years ago? We didn't know who our wide receiver 1. Deebo was there. We have a new quarterback, Trey Lance. We don't know if he's going to have a good connection with Deebo Samuel. We don't know that. We don't know if he's going to have a good connection with Brandon Ayuk. And we don't know if the Niners are going to get someone in the draft. Let's say if we do get rid of Deebo, he has good draft value. I believe we could get a number 1, a first-round draft pick for Deebo Samuel and a little bit more. And we could use that to get someone like a Christian Watson, follow this trend that the NFL is doing, and pair up Trey Lance with this old college wide receiver. And that's Christian Watson. It's not a bad thing. So, and that's how I feel. We forget what happened 2 years ago. We forget what happened 3 years ago. Last year is fresh in our mind. So yeah, Deebo looks like a Superman all-star out there. But then again, he missed so much. And then with him playing as a running back, even higher the injury rate that he could go through. So yeah. I don't think he'll go ahead.
But I feel in my opinion is that if you lose Deebo and you have Lance as your QB, if they don't pay Jimmy, what is he gonna have? Yes, you have Brandon. He did good. I like the way he played because he was always open. You know what I mean?
Right. Mm-hmm.
But you cannot always focus on him. And then you're wanting to bring in a fresh legs, a rookie. Come on, man. He what did he play? D2? Or I don't know if it was D1, for whatever that team, North Dakota, right?
Right,
yeah,
North
that's
Dakota State.
Yeah. Come on. You if you're not playing against D1 and moving forward into the NFL, it's not gonna make any sense. So what is the point of losing Deebo? That's the question I asked you, because yes, you have Kittle. He's the heart and soul. He's been there, he's done that, and he's a hell of a tight end. I like him. I'm not gonna lie. But you can't always depend on Brandon, on Kittle, on your running backs. You need that receiver. You need that receiver. Yes, he's been hurt, but out of those 3 years, he's always showed promise.
Right. And I totally agree. If we do lose Deebo, it's definitely a huge step down. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. If we lose Deebo, we're fine. No. It's a huge step down, but I feel like the Niners could make it work, because when you look at the Niners, they are a run-first team, and they will do that, and they will make it work. Shanahan is a great offensive mind-headed guy, and he could make stuff work. And those 2 years ago, the 3 years ago, the 4 5 years ago, Kittle was the guy. Kittle was our wide receiver one, and that guy made it happen. And I'm not saying that a rookie could take Deebo's place, because right now they can't. But trade value.
At the time that Kittle has been there, he's had the quarterback. The
Jimmy
problem
G?
is that yes, he's had the quarterback. And what about the other quarterbacks before Jimmy G? He's had the quarterback to make it happen. You're saying he's made it happen? Yes, he's made it happen. But the problem is that you're wanting to bring in this quarterback and believe. But come on, Jimmy G, he's good, man. You actually got a good quarterback, but the 49ers are gonna pay him. Who knows, man? You guys have they have a lot of players that they need to pay. But I feel like if Jimmy G could just be like, you know what, I'll do the same thing I did with the Patriots. I'll get that small of a pay just so we could keep Deebo. Boom. You're set. You know what I mean?
And that's fine. But I don't think Jimmy G is our future with the team. I think he's a decent game manager quarterback. I don't think he's the guy that could lead us out there. Jimmy G was one throw away from winning the Super Bowl, and that was to George Kittle. But yeah, I'm not saying Trey Lance is better than Jimmy G either. I'm not. I'm just saying, he's our rookie. We invested so much into him. Let's move forward with him. Let's see what the kid got. And if he doesn't got it, then we lost on a lot. But we invested already, so let's see what he has to show for. Anthony Price also says, can you see the same road as the Chiefs with Hill? They might want too much and can't afford him, so trade him. Yeah, dude, they signed Patrick Mahomes on this 10-year contract, a lot of money. And honestly, yeah, we got some major contracts coming up. I mean, we just paid Fred Warner, we paid Kittle, we're going to pay Bolson next year, and then paying a top-notch receiver like Deebo. It would actually be smart of us to sign Deebo this year, because in next year or the following year, this contract is going to look like peanuts, man. It's going to look small compared to what the receivers are going to get paid there. So if the Niners, at the risk of looking like the bad guy, it's most beneficial for all sides if Deebo gets signed.
Definitely, but the thing is that I feel like Deebo should have not followed the trend of what Adams did. Yes, Adams got paid, but this guy has put in years of work with Green Bay.
He has leverage.
Green Bay. Yes, he has the leverage. But still, You know what
He
I mean?
has the leverage, and that's what I'm saying. He has no leverage with the Niners.
Right.
And
Yeah.
as a fan, it hurts. He said it himself. He wants to be a Niner. The organization, they love him. As fans, I know he got a lot of hate, DMs or whatnot. I, as a fan, call me what you want. I went to the extent to messaging him. I know he's not going to read it, but I said, hey, man, you do what you want. Go get paid. You deserve it. Niner or not, wish you and your family the best of luck. That's what I said, because that's just the type of fan who I am, type of person who I am. I want him to get paid. Do I want to be a Niner? Heck yes. Do I want him to be a Niner forever? Double heck yes. So, but yeah, if we do pay him right now, and cap stays very similar to what it is, we can end up like the Chiefs and having to trade him after this contract is over, or trade someone like a Kittle, or trade someone like a Fred Warner, or like Nick Bosa. It could definitely happen. But right now, all we have going for us is if we're not going to cut Jimmy G, because that's not how the Niners work. If we let go or trade Jimmy G and have Trey Lance, because that's another big plus sign, because he's a rookie and he's not going to be getting paid big money not until later on.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. I like this.
But I feel like, in my opinion, just like how you say, if the 49ers love him, then pay him then. Pay him then. Don't think twice about it.
Right. No, right. They're just trying to play the cards right. I mean, same thing, very similar, very similar problem is like when you talk about the Cardinals, they love Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray claims to love the Arizona Cardinals and wants to win a championship, but he said he did the exact same thing. He took off everything off of social media and said, I will not play for the Cardinals if they do not extend my contract before the draft. Okay, they love him too. Does he deserve to get paid? How different will the Cardinals look without Kyler Murray?
Okay, but in my opinion, why does he come back later on when they interview him and he tells them straight out, "Oh, I love the Cardinals. I love the Cardinals. I want to be a Cardinal for the rest of my life." Yeah. So why be that stupid of a quarterback and I'm just gonna delete him and see where it gets me. It didn't get him nowhere because they're not wanting to give him the contract. They're not wanting to do that. And then I feel, in my opinion, he's not having that chemistry with his head coach either. And then you lose another asset and Christian Kirk. You know what I mean? He was a good asset, even though you got Hopkins, you got AJ Green, you got your running backs and Connor, and the other one that also left to the Jags. Like, come on, he had if he really wanted to be a Cardinal, he didn't have to go beyond the lines of, oh, you know what, I'm just gonna delete him. I'm gonna unfollow him. I'm gonna delete everything off of my Instagram, my Twitter, my Facebook, whatever he has. You know what I mean? Like, it's dumb, and that's what makes him look bad, and that's why the Cardinals can't seem to give him that contract. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I feel like whatever happens with Kyler Murray is going to show for every single wide receiver that is doing this right now, because I feel like Kyler Murray did this on his own because of Devontae Adams, correct?
Yes.
But now these wide receivers like Terry McLaurin, he loves Washington. Like AJ Brown loves Tennessee. Like Deebo Samuel loves 49ers. I think their managers are like, hey, this is the move. If you want to get paid, this is what we have to do. I just think it's a money move. And that's all it is. I don't think you don't have to read too far deep into it. These players have tweeted about all that. They're saying it has nothing to do with the fan base, nothing to do with how they love the team. They love being there. They love the people around there. But at the end of the day,
it's the money.
They're trying to secure the bag, and not just secure for themselves. They're trying to secure for their future, their family. Mm-hmm. What if they get injured and they're done? So mm-hmm. It's totally understandable why they're doing this stuff. So that's why I'm not too hurt about these players doing it. They're doing it for the greater good of their future and their family. But Kyler Murray, that was a different story because he did it before, it was this trend, and he spoke out kind of wrongfully about certain things.
But he did it out of spite, though.
Yes, in my opinion. I don't know if Reed feels the same here.
So, go ahead, Reed. Go ahead.
I'm not too upset with him. I think he deserves his money. Without him, the Cardinals would be terrible right now, and it's not unheard of for quarterbacks after their third year to ask for an extension. There's been I would have to pull up a list of how many because I don't have them up on top of my head, but there's been multiple quarterbacks who have gotten extensions after the third year. So this is not like out of the place or unordinary. for this to happen. The Cardinals, if they want to continue to succeed, Kyler Murray is the answer to their problems. I believe.
I do agree with you, Reed. But the problem is that look what he brought in. Look at the years that he's been there, and look who he brought in. He brought in Hopkins. He brought in AJ Green. Nobody, I never even thought AJ Green was gonna go, but he went because of who? Because of Murray. And then look who else he brought in. He brought in Connor Williams.
Okay.
He brought in players that can make plays.
Okay.
If they do not want a quarterback that can bring in those types of players that make plays, what are they doing then? Why are they not paying him? Why are they not giving him the money?
I think they should pay him.
Yeah. So, but the thing that I'm saying, like towards AJ, if the Cardinals want him, pay him now because he brings in good assets, dude. And their offensive line was terrible, dude. Even when he was playing with them these past years, they were terrible. But then he brought in good assets. They brought in good players to block for him, dude. No other quarterback's gonna. Well, yes, you got Tom Brady, you have Rodgers, dude. Sometimes I could even say Prescott, but then Prescott's not in the. He's not always mentioned, dude. You have, but this quarterback, and the Cardinals want him. The Cardinals need to pay him because look who he brought in. You need to see the people that he brought in, and look what he did for them, dude. They went on a hell of a run this year. But then just to lose it all at the end because it looked like it wasn't working anymore, or he got hurt. Because he did get hurt. I had him on my fantasy, and he would make me hella points, dude. I almost won my fantasy. This year I got 4th in my fantasy because I lost.
Almost.
No, but still, like, literally, like, it sucks. It sucks having to say that I got 4th, but dude, it was a big jackpot, dude. If I would have won, if he would have just stayed healthy. You know what I mean? Losing Hopkins in the middle of the year, what was it? What, ACL tear or his calf? And then, dude, it wasn't working anymore. Like, I felt like him having Hopkins was a big asset. And then, I'm guessing things weren't happening, or he couldn't agree with his coach because he was in mid-year, so almost at the end of the year, he was mainly running. He couldn't find his receivers. You know what I mean? So if the Cardinals want him, they need to pay him. He brought in good assets. He brought in good players, dude. He was a quarterback that everybody wanted to play for.
Anthony Price says, I need Murray to prove himself to be good without Hopkins. I mean, it's very true. Hopkins did, carry a lot for the team.
Yes, but then you also got to realize is that, come on, he did throw to Christian Kirk. He did, and then I'm sorry, also their tight end. He was actually throwing really good passes to his tight end.
Zach Ertz.
To Zach
Ertz.
Eagles.
Yeah, so
he did. So in reality, he did prove himself without Hopkins. But dude, if you need Hopkins, he's not gonna do anything without Hopkins because Hopkins is the one to make also those yards too. You know what I mean?
Right. I mean, he's very good with yards after the catch.
But if you lose Christian Kirk, dude, that's another asset right there that's gonna be like, damn. So you're putting all your marbles with AJ Green too. You know what I mean? That's going to be the other receiver that's going to be a starter. He's going to be the number 2 receiver. He was a number 3, but now he's a number 2. So it's like, I'm just saying that they want Murray, they need to pay him, man. He's a good quarterback. He brings in good players. Everybody wanted to play for him. A lot of people wanted to play for him, dude. So it's like, come on.
Going back to that comment, I'm not a fan of when people say, oh, this quarterback isn't good because they have a good wide receiver. It's not a good argument. You can't just say a quarterback's not as good as people say they are because they have a good wide receiver. That's a bad excuse. Stop using it.
Right.
Anthony, I kind of like it. I agree with you, Anthony. I do. I'm not saying that, Kyler Murray is bad without Hopkins. I'm saying he's a good quarterback, but he excels with a wide receiver like Hopkins. And I think that's what Anthony's
quarterback will excel if you give him a good wide receiver.
Correct.
Come on.
But that's what Anthony is trying to say. He's not saying that these quarterbacks suck. Aaron Rodgers sucks without Devontae. That's not what he's saying.
No. You're right. He's not saying that. But you also got to realize is that, come on, he was literally scrambling. Without Hopkins, yes, he had his other receivers. But come on. They played against good. I mean, at the end, they played against a really good team, and who were them? The Rams.
The Rams, yeah, they won the Super Bowl.
And they would have had. If they would have had Hopkins, it would have been a lot less pressure.
But that's the name of the game. Players get injured. You miss key players. I mean, it happens. In the regular season, preseason, postseason, even the Super Bowl. You miss players. Name of the game. That's how you, not how you win, but it's just how it goes. It happens. But good questions, Anthony Price. It's the first time I've seen you here on the comments today. I see you're on Facebook. Appreciate you being here. Please hit that follow button. Go on YouTube. Hit that subscribe. It helps out so much. We got some good stuff coming on. We got the draft coming along. Was it in a week or so? Or 2 weeks?
Sir,
a week and a half. And that's super excited. If you guys know me, I geek out about the draft, so I'm all over it. We did our mock draft last week. We did have some comments saying to do a part 2 of the mock draft, so we just might. We got a lot of stuff planning, so a lot of stuff coming up. Appreciate every single one of y'all being here. Israel, appreciate you being here, man. Great stuff today. Great stuff. I feel like we covered a lot of Deebo. That's probably my fault, but this is a pro go Deebo show.
He deserves his money, man. Plays running back. He could play anywhere, dude. He's a good person, dude. He's a good receiver. Overall, you may not put him. Up.
Nestor.
Oh,
Nestor Mena. He has a quick question.
Yeah.
Who would win, Cowboys or Packers in the next season?
It's gonna be the Cowboys.
Would you like to start?
It's gonna be the Cowboys. The Cowboys are gonna bring. They're gonna bring it this year, and then the draft too. So who knows? You might see another receiver. You might see a defensive player going in the first round for the Cowboys. Who knows? Hey, okay. Jerry works the way Jerry works. You never know. We might get another first round. Who knows? Another first round pick.
Go ahead and draft your receiver. Go ahead and draft whoever offensive player you need because you need help. You ain't passing nothing on us. We got one of the best secondaries in the league with Jair Alexander, Rasul Douglas, Eric Stokes, Adrian Amos, and Darnell Savage. We will lock you guys down.
Okay.
That's a great question, Nestor.
No, definitely no. I give Green Bay props. They worked their backfield because in the past years they sucked. I'm not gonna lie, they did, but I'm not gonna bring that up. All to read, he did get me there. We only have 2 receivers in Gallup and CD, and then Schultz because Schultz was talking a lot about losing Cooper. I was sad about losing Cooper, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. If they do end up meeting up, who knows? Me and Reed might have a pretty good bet going on here.
Do they play this year?
No, but who knows? Maybe in the playoffs if it comes to it.
Oh, are the Cowboys making the playoffs?
Damn right. Damn right. Cowboys made for life. You already know how that is. Oh no. But wait, but to Nestor, I'm sorry, man, but the Steelers ain't gonna make it.
Oh, whoa!
They ain't gonna make it. They ain't gonna make it. They lost their quarterback to retirement. They lost Juju. You only got Claypool. You only got Harris, but he can't do that much. Happens, man.
Jeez, man. Savagery going all around here. Real toxic. This is a toxic show. Says, ooh, is this the Cowboy Super Bowl year again? LOL. Ooh.
Oh, but no. Hey, like I'm a Cowboys fan until I die, so yes. But but we could, it's always gonna happen where we're gonna sweep Washington because Washington doesn't got nothing on the best, dog. Washington doesn't got nothing on the best, and that's how the way it is. It goes for Eagles fans and Giants fans. They ain't got nothing on the best. It's going to be a sweep.
Doesn't like a new team win your division every year?
Hey, but this year it's going to be Dallas again.
Oh, okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Hey, as you guys know, I actually root for. I don't root for them, but I have a lot of high hopes for Washington. Hopefully they do good this year, but they just got to get over the Dallas hump. But yeah, good questions, you guys. Appreciate every single one of y'all being here. Israel, do you have anything to plug before we head out?
Man, hopefully I get to come back.
All right, we'll see you guys. So thank you all so much. Appreciate every single one of y'all being here. Go hit that subscribe button if y'all can. Do us a favor. It helps us out so much. And guess what? Yeah, we're on TikTok now. We're kind of TikTok famous, if you want to call it. But yeah, until next time, you guys keep on grinding.